violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's a Black Gen Z mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
The search is over for a man charged with killing his ex-girlfriend. Police say they found him dead in a creek. Douglas County police say Harold Dakers murdered Kalisha Lyons Friday at her home in Lithia Springs. Villa Rica police say a tipster saw Dakers go into woods near the Villa Trace neighborhood. That's off Highway 78.
Wow. So the man murked his girlfriend. Then he's found dead later in a creek. I assume that he did it to himself, or maybe the family of the girlfriend pulled up and slid on him. But it just goes to show, guys, that this domestic violence stuff is definitely heating up. It's getting crazy, and you have to be careful on the partners that you choose, because these super gremlins are on demon time.
In Villa Rica, police say when officers found him, Dakers pulled a gun. They say he then ran into the creek and fatally shot. Spree in Metro. We are staying on top of this developing story. Police say an Alabama man went on a violent crime spree in Metro Atlanta, including a terrifying home invasion where he tied up the owners and kidnapped them. Channel 2's Taisha Fernandez is live in Coweta County. Ty, you've been working to figure out what exactly happened here.
And Wendy, it's a lot. Thank goodness police arrested this suspect, because what he's accused of doing on this street is terrifying. And it's not just here. He's also accused of shooting someone in Fulton County. And when police in Alabama took him into custody, they say he just kidnapped 2 girls.
Wow. This guy was on a spree for real. Dog, I'm telling you, the lawlessness is just out of control. And Coweta County is, you know, a little more country, a little more chill. So the fact that this is going on out there is different.
It's very disturbing, and it kind of makes me uncomfortable.
This woman has been temporarily living on Waterworks Road in Coweta County.
I mean, you got black women living in trailer parks, y'all. Now that's country.
Working for the folks who own this land.
We don't stay here permanently, but we spend a lot of time out here on this land working and doing certain things, and sometimes overnight.
She's on the street where police say this man, 35-year-old Michael Butler, kidnapped a couple and forced them into their own car. We found this yellow tape near the scene. Coweta deputies say the suspect made the woman tie the man up and then forced them into the car. But the woman pointed out the car had no gas. Well, the suspect pulled into a gas station. That's when the woman jumped out, ran, and called 911. Investigators say Butler jumped into the driver's seat with the man still tied up in the passenger seat and brought him back to the couple's home.
Wow, that man was doing the most. And she just took off and left the man in the damn car with that crazy super gremlin. I mean, it's getting wild, y'all, but thankfully they were not hurt in the process, and bro was apprehended.
Deputies say Butler tried to shoot the man tied up still at least 3 times.
Damn.
But the gun jammed.
Thank God. Wow, he was gonna delete that man for no reason, bruh. You didn't even have to do that. You could have just left.
Butler left and headed back down to Alabama. That's where police in Prattville arrested Butler. They say he kidnapped 2 young Alabama girls. Now he's facing several charges down in Alabama, and he's facing several charges in Coweta County.
Wow.
Yeah, it just puts it into perspective, right? You never think that something like that can happen so close to where you are, and to hear that story so graphically and know that that happened literally just less than a mile away, that is very disturbing.
We are working to find out what police say the suspect did in Fulton County, but what we had heard earlier, he's accused of shooting someone there. We'll stay on this. We're live in Coweta County. Taisha Fernandez, Channel 2 Action News.
There is still so much to figure out there, Ty, but it sounds like you did plenty. Thank you for that report.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Tomorrow marks 1 year since an SUV with a baby strapped inside was stolen in DeKalb County, leading to a more than 36-hour search for baby Blaze.
Well, here's the good news. He was eventually found safe, but then a year later, police are still trying to figure out what exactly happened to Blaze while he was missing. 11 Alive's Tracy A. McPear has a story you'll only see here on 11 Alive about why this case is still open.
So guys, I did cover the baby Blaze kidnapping when it first happened a year ago, and it was super sad, but they ended up finding the child. I did a video on when he was kidnapped, a video on when they found him, and there was a lot of people with opinions in the comments section. Some people were upset that the woman left her child in the vehicle, you know, while putting the groceries in the house. Some people were, you know, talking about the suspect and, you know, who he could be. But this is a follow-up, and I want you guys to pay attention on what really went down after the child was kidnapped.
One teen was already arrested in this case, but police tell me they think others may have been involved. Blaze's mom told me today she wants anyone involved to turn themselves in.
I'm in love. Like, I love my son. Like, he's the best.
Deanna Bray says 1 year later, her 2-year-old son Blaze is doing great.
He's a wild child, but I just love him. Like, he's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Wow, and you know, that's good to hear. You know, even though she possibly is single mother, at least she is pouring love into the child. Hopefully she is going to make sure that he doesn't become a little you know, super sun glider gremlin. and he's going to do the right thing. So, you know, it looks like she is staying involved in his life, a little negligent on the, you know, taking the groceries in before your child, but we can definitely give her a pass. I'm sure she'll never make that mistake again.
She still remembers the fear she lived through when he went missing on November 10th of last year.
I wanted to rip my house apart. Like, my son is missing. Like, I wanted to put holes in the wall.
And wonders what happened to her son during the more than 36 hours he was missing. She hoped to get answers when police arrested a 17-year-old boy this past January for allegedly slipping into her SUV as she and Blaze's father were unloading it and driving off with Blaze.
I was relieved that he was...
Okay, so the father was there unloading the groceries. I don't know if they're together, married, or anything like that, but at least he's there, pulling up, paying for groceries, or splitting them at least. You know, sometimes you don't have to officially have a ring to make it a family, but obviously he needs to be involved in the child's life, and hopefully something like this never happens again.
In jail, you know, because everybody has to be accountable for what they've done.
But according to police, the teen has offered few details about what happened. Police say they recovered several fingerprints from the SUV, which was abandoned behind the Brannon Hills apartments. But only one print allegedly matches the teen who was arrested. He's charged with stealing the car, but police told 11 Alive today the case is still open. Blaze's mom says overall, she's relieved Blaze was found safe. Yet she would still like to know what happened while he was missing.
It will be more closure. It will be great to know who the other people were.
In DeKalb County, Tracy A. McPear, 11 Alive News.
Now, a brother and sister have been killed as someone fired dozens of bullets into their home in a drive-by shooting. Happened on Old Street in Stone Mountain, and Channel 2's Tom Regan's there live today. Tom, the mother was in the house when this all happened.
Wow, that's crazy. The drive-by shootings, especially when they're spraying indiscriminately into a home, very reckless. Brother and sister deleted watching TV. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. Guys, the community's on fire. When are we going to start to realize that we need to stick together? We see what's happening to Kyrie, Kanye, and other people. Everybody's turning their back on them when they trying to spit some facts. And what the common people in the community are doing, they're just spinning on each other, shooting up folks' mama's house, day house, whatever. And, you know, just leaving bodies behind. It's wild.
That's right, Justin. And she tells me whoever was behind this likely had an automatic weapon. More than 30 shots fired into this house on Monday night, leaving bullet holes in walls, through windows. Some even hit the solar panels on the roof. The grieving mom this afternoon asking who did this and why.
Wow.
My house is riddled up with bullets. I heard a bunch of gunshots, and I seen the light of the gunshots.
Valerie Jones told me it sounded like a machine gun. She ran from her room to the living room Monday night, where her adult children, Shantaria and Daryl Willis, were watching TV.
I saw my son laying on the ground, and so I checked him. I was checking his pulse and asking my daughter, was he okay? I mean, meaning what happened? And so, but she couldn't talk to me because she was laying on the ground as well.
Sheesh. Lost her son and her daughter, and I mean, I'm sure she's broken, but she's keeping her composure in this interview, man. This is happening every day, guys.
She says bullets fired through the wall and a window struck her children. Her daughter died on the scene, her son on the way to the hospital.
Who would do this?
I have no idea.
I know who would do it. These super gremlins on Demon Time.
I don't know.
I mean, does your son or daughter have enemies or anything?
Not that I know of. These murders are senseless. My children were sitting in their home looking at TV. They did not expect to die that night.
Yeah, it could be mistaken identity. It could be, I don't know, super gremlins trying to earn stripes to get initiated in a gang or whatnot. I mean, it could be a lot of different things. Hopefully, you know, they weren't beefing or participating in the ops culture. You know, specifically the young man, but I don't think that was the case. Honestly, I don't know what happened, but it's just wild that we keep having to highlight these situations over and over and over again, and they're getting overlooked for sure. I mean, when I drop this video, you know, fingers crossed, but hopefully we get good views and engagement. But y'all know what they doing to this channel. They don't want the message to get out there. They don't want people to wake up. They don't want the super gremlins to stop destroying the community. Okay? Y'all gotta wake up, man.
She says her daughter, who had a warehouse job, leaves behind 2 children. Her son, an electrician, yet to become a father.
I would never have my grandchildren. My son hadn't had a child yet. I would never know a child from him.
She says she hopes police soon find who fired the bullets into her home, killing her precious children.
The violence, people against people, black against black, humans against humans.
You heard what she said. People against people. Black against black. Ding, 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 ding. Humans against humans. It's blacks against blacks. Most of the time. Most of the time when these things happen, that's what it is. Bro. This one hurts for sure.
Violence, people against people, black against black, humans against humans. That's not right in no sense. It's senseless.
Well, at this point, police don't have any suspects nor a motive. A GoFundMe page has been set up by the family to help with funeral expenses. You can find out more on how to donate at WSBTV.com. Live in Stone Mountain, in DeKalb County, Tom Regan, Channel 2 Action News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car. I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.